I just started gaining an audience, and this may cause me to lose some of my momentum, but I would much rather speak my mind and lose the audience over playing things safe and losing who I am. As I'm sure most of you have heard, the Supreme Court of the United States just issued their verdict on abortion rights as it pertains to the Constitution, effectively turning over Roe v. Wade. If you are unfamiliar with Roe v. Wade, it is essentially the U.S.'s blanket protection to the right of abortions, along with several other women's bodily autonomy rights. I am massively oversimplifying, but for the sake of time, that is what I have. Republicans of Congress have been going after Roe v. Wade ever since, and today they officially got what they wanted. The specific ruling deals with the fact that the Constitution does not state anything about abortion, therefore the issue must be dedicated by states. And there is a reason that isn't listed. The Constitution was made by a bunch of guys in the 1700s. This is a dated document where women and minorities had no rights. It is a flawed document that we all cling to for some reason, even though there are clear and better options. The Constitution doesn't evolve, even though the world does. And you may reference the amendments, the only issue with that being the fact that our government hasn't been able to get together and make any new amendments. The last amendment to the Constitution was in 1992. I'm getting ahead of myself. Where does this decision leave us now? Several states have immediate trigger laws that automatically put a ban in place as soon as Roe is overturned. Several states are likely to implement bans in the next couple of months, and some already have protections in place for the right to an abortion. This map should show you what that looks like. This isn't where it ends. Several other issues are open to being put on the table. The right to same-sex marriage is included. And if you think it'll just drop, nothing will change, well, you couldn't be further from the truth. Republicans are stating that they aren't done, attempting to move this ban nationwide, effectively ruining the protections put in place by states like California and Oregon. You cannot simply put a ban on abortions. Effectively, you are putting a ban on safe abortions, and especially safe abortions for lower class people. For example, if you live in a state like Texas or Kansas or Missouri, states that have already implemented these bans, you could drive, fly a plane, whatever you need to do to get to another state like California or Oregon, and there you'd be able to act abortion without any legal cost. If Republicans are successful in moving the ban nationwide, it would remove the safety net that states like California and Oregon have that stop prosecution for abortions that have taken place in their state. I'll tell you my opinion. Obviously, women should have bodily autonomy. This isn't rocket science. The Supreme Court has essentially ruled that women lose all rights as soon as they conceive a child, regardless of if that child is an accident, if that child is a product of rape or incest, if the mother can't properly care for the child, and a multitude of other situations. This is not pro-life, this is pro-birth. If it was pro-life, there would be multiple other things happening as well, like, I don't know, gun control, assistance to homeless individuals, universal health care, and that's to name a few. This is not about saving babies, though maybe Republicans will say that. This is about control. This will only lead to the deterioration of democracy in the United States. Any tips right now that I have, especially if you are in a state that has already implemented bans, I would delete all traces of your menstrual tracking apps. Part of this does allow access to the government to gain this information, so for the sake of safety, a lot of people are recommending that you delete those apps and get rid of your data sharing on that. I encourage all of you to think about this come election time, because if Republicans get majority, it'll only be a matter of time before women become second-class citizens.